Now then YouTube, I am the Toff Man and welcome back to some Thaumic Tinekrer. It is part 2 of my complete guide to Thaumic Tinekrer 2. I'm going to go through each and every single item in this add-on for Thaumcraft 4. And guys, we are starting firstly and foremostly with the Gaseous Tenebrae. You can pretty much guess what this is going to do, guys, from what it was, what the Gaseous Illuminae does. Well, this can be found with 3 different aspects: Tenebris, Air and Motus. This will give you one of each, and it's pretty easy to get, guys. It's really pretty easy to get. So let's go ahead and grab that, learn that, and you can see it's now in the Alchemy tab, which is right here. You have studied the intricacies of the shadow and found out a way to create gaseous darkness by infusing a file with a raw shadow. This file contains a concentrated extract of Gaseous Tenebrae that can be released through a right click and spread relatively fast in the nearby area, darkening it. Now, glass file in with 10 air, 8 motus and 16 tenebrae will darken the area for you. It will also unlock the fume dissipator, which can be created in an arcane workbench, one with the Gaseous Tenebrae, one with the Gaseous Illuminae, and of course 3 smoky quartz with 3 nether quartz in there as well. Couple of aspects of air, couple of aspects of order. After knowing both the Gaseous Illuminae and Tenebrae, that's right guys, you do have to unlock the Gaseous Illuminae first, you are thinking it's becoming a hassle to get rid of it. With this item, by shift clicking on it, all the nearby gas will get dissipated. So, why don't we go ahead and grab ourselves some Gaseous Tenebrae and find a place what we want to make dark, say for example here. And that's going to slowly go ahead and make the area dark. Not by a huge amount, I'm sure it used to be more than that, but that's what it does, guys. And don't forget the fume dissipator. You can go ahead and shift right click around the place, and that will remove said darkness. How awesome is that? I'll tell you, it's awesome. We are back, guys, and we've got our second piece of research today, Transvector Interface. Now, surely you guys remember this. This is a great piece, a great piece of item. Transvector Interface can be found with 2 different aspects, Peditio and Order. I'm not quite sure if it needs to be a bit more expensive than that, but let's go ahead and find this. In the Thauminomicon, it's under Artifice, and it's right there. The thing is, there's only 6 sides to a block. Quote by Direwolf20. Arcane Workbench, you can use a bit of stone, bit of lapis, bit of redstone, and an ender pearl, 16 Peditio, 12 Order, and guys, that will get you the Transvector Interface. Myth busted! Your latest construct can be bound to a block in the nearby vicinity. Its sides will mimic the sides of the block selected, and it will function as an extension. It can accept Buildcraft and IC2 power, items and liquids, being able to also export the latter too, being items and liquids. In order to bind an interface to another block, you're going to need to create a special tool to do so. What you call the Transvector Binder should get the job done. By simply right-clicking on the interface, followed by right-clicking on the target, those 2 will get bound and ready for operation. Note, Buildcraft pipes need to be broken and replaced to work. An order shard, stick, and a couple of iron ingots in the arcane workbench, along with 2 pieces of order, will be able to get that for you. So the Transvector Interface is better off showed when there is Buildcraft or forestry or anything that really would use that to its best. I don't know if I can actually show you. Let me see if I can get something together for you guys. Okay guys, I've managed to find a way of doing this. So I've bound this side by simply right clicking with the Transvector Binder. It will say location set, and by shift and right clicking on an interface or a machine you want it to go to, you simply do that. Now, what I've done is I've bound this side with this side of this, and basically what this is going to do is when that golem gathers that, you see it's disappeared, it's now inside there. Let's get rid of those 2 so you can actually see that again. Gone. and it's in there. Now he's not simply just going straight and putting it in there, he is putting it into that side of that. Now like I said, with buildcraft, with forestry, this is much more useful. However, you can still use it, you know what I mean? You could simply hide this in a wall somewhere and just have that in the middle of the room, and you can go ahead and just feed everything into that, and then it'll go to where it needs to go. There is a certain range limit to this. I believe it's about 16 blocks. I could be totally wrong there. I don't know if it is shorter than that or not, but I know that there is a certain range that you know that this can do over. But the Transvector Interface makes a lovingly good return to Thaumcraft, and I like this block. I really like this block, and I'm really glad that it's survived the cut and has made it into Thaumic Tinekrer 2. And the final item in this episode, that's right, we're going to do 3 in this episode today. The final item is called the Dynamism Tablet. Now this thing can be found with Machina, Metallum, Motus and Potentia. That will give you more than enough to be able to find this. So let's go ahead and get rid of all these actually, because we don't need them all. And we'll go ahead and find this Dynamism Tablet. It's in Golemancy, and it's right above it, right there. You decided to further discover the uses of golem animation cores, and this is the fruit of that labour. This tablet can accept an item to animate with mystical energy. Using the left and right buttons in the tablet's interface, you can select to do a left or right click with the item. The button in the bottom controls if the tablet reacts always when it can, or just when a redstone signal is applied. Virtually anything that can be animated, including blocks. The type of tool in the tablet also defines how fast something breaks as expected. There's the Dynamism Tablet. 2 golden ingots, 3 iron ingots, and a blank animation core. 25 air, 15 auto, and 10 ignis will give you the Dynamism Tablet. Now the Dynamism Tablet can be useful for, well, different things. Let's go and spawn one in, so I can show you how this works. Right, there will do quite nicely. Now this little thing here, this little round dot, that shows you or tells you which direction that this thing is actually facing. So this thing here, you can do a left click. So let me get a sword, for example. Diamond sword. Putting it in here. Now it's going to simulate a left click without any redstone. Ow, that hurt. But I mean, that could be used in conjunction with other tool Dynamism tablets. Like that, and like that. That could also have a sword in, that could also have a sword in, and that could also have a sword in. And then anything that went in the middle of there, say for example, well, not a cave spider, an actual spider. Let me get it onto easy mode so that you guys can see. Look at that, brilliant. You could use it as a mob killer basically, and yeah, if you get any items there, it'll still try to kill it. The good thing is, yes, it does still use durability, but the good thing is you can also set to do a right click on something, so well that's there, and you can also say for it to react on a redstone signal. So you can see that one just didn't react that time. That's the tool Dynamism Tablet, and that's another survivor from the previous version of Thaumic Tinekrer. So we're fair filling up now, guys. Fair filling up. 2 Dynamism Tablet is all done and dusted. If this has been useful to you whatsoever, please do leave a like, guys, because it's going to help my new channel out massively, and also it will help the series out as a whole. Also, I will leave a link in the description to the mod itself. If you haven't played around with it, then I suggest you do. And as always, guys, I've been the Tough Man. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe.